Welcome back, everybody. We got Northern Storm and Cowbell coming up for you guys. My name is Knickerbocker, and I am joined again by Kenos. So, Kenos, what are you looking forward to with this matchup with Northern Storm and Cowbell?
I'm hoping to see some strong play coming out of Northern Storm. They do have, another another game where their whole lineup is present. Um,
Well,
you know, with all the shuffling that's been going on with them, a little bit more chaotic than we might be expecting from an LCUS team. But if they do win both of their games today, they will be at the very least in fourth place, if not tied for third.
that's
Could even
definitely
be
something.
right, yeah, could even be in, some weird mix up there, depending on how Take the Lanterns game goes in the evening here. So, Northern Storm's got a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities for what they can do, and I hope to see them make some moves with that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely something to shoot for them. You say that they have their entire team back, but with this meta changes, is that going to be a hindrance, or do you think it's actually they've been dealing with pretty much new everything new for the past couple of weeks, but now they have everything back. But now everyone has to deal with this new meta, essentially. So
Well, as you say, everyone has to deal with the new meta, so I mean, it's probably impacting Cowbell just as much as it's impacting Northern Storm. The big issue I can see would just be that because they may have their core team back together again, but they haven't played much together. So regardless of if it is the primary lineup or not, with no one having too much prime LCUS time together, it's going to be a bit of a difficulty either way, I'd say, just to get that coordination down.
yeah, for sure. And as with the new meta, we're going to probably see some more interesting games. The last couple of games were interesting in themselves. As you guys heard, my brain melted with the last matchup. But I do have to say, I didn't get really much time to talk about it. That Garen Darius bot actually worked out pretty damn well, all things considered.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff worked out for him that last game.
For sure. Oh,
But yeah, I mean, the lineup is going to be the most interesting thing
yep.
um, that we're going to have to keep an eye out for. Also, keeping an eye out for seeing when the teams actually start joining the games. Um, but just trying to keep an eye on the fact that with such unpredictability in the lineups that we have for this new meta, there were jokes earlier that we made about how hard it is to cast the champion select, but it's got to be just as hard to pick and ban in the champion select.
Yeah, for sure. With all the changes, it's kind of like open season for the entire champ pool, right?
Hmm.
People that have an expansive champ pool is going to really benefit from this, right? It actually gives them a lot of flexibility for like, oh, 2 years ago I thought X could have done very well in the mid lane. Now I have the option to try it out, or I think that this person could be an ADC. We've been seeing like very close range uh, champions in the last couple of games being ADCs and working out very well, as long as they have a toolkit that allows for pulls and stuff. But yeah,
Right, a toolkit and the proper support with them.
correct. It's not like open season where we're going to see. I don't even want to say ridiculous champion in my head because I feel like that'll just get
Oh, say it.
debunked.
We have to amuse the audience while we're setting up this game,
I
so
don't
say it.
know, Skarner ADC?
Well, I was thinking the one champion that we're not going to see, and I could prove myself completely wrong by saying this, but I'm still thinking we're not going to see a Kali.
Yeah, we
I
saw
think,
we saw Kali in gym class features, I believe.
yeah, but Gin Class Fears doesn't count.
Yeah, but I mean, a man can dream. And Akali did show her colors in the gym class feeders. I mean, I could definitely see her being used.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you said, everyone is available, but if we're just throwing out things that we think we're not ever going to see, I still don't think Akali is going to end up getting played seriously in the LCUS.
I guess.
Um, but we'll just have to see what ends up happening with these various things. Someone actually pointed out earlier in the week that it's really funny how Aatrox, in his current form, is meta now when they're reworking him. So it's that kind of. I think Riot's probably been taken a little back as much as we have by the changes in this format.
You really can't. I gotta give Riot credit where credit is due. Being what they're doing, they send out new skins, they set out regular updates that change the game every couple of weeks. It's really hard to get you. You can plan and plan as much as you want, but there's always going to be some Korean that's going to go in and say like, oh, this works with this item, and this item does this, and now this person is massively OP after the updates. And Riot would never have guessed that in a million years. It just happens. It's
Well, yeah, that happens in every game. I remember interviews with like the Hearthstone team over there with Blizzard, who would talk about how they think of all these card combos and then get amazed at the 700 combos that other people figure out they never even thought of.
correct.
So that is definitely how it works out. There is no necessarily blame being cast around here unless you're a fan of ADCs. But
Accurate. Very accurate.
it is just kind of ironic that in a way, depending how the Aatrox rework works, that could actually end up being a nerf
Correct.
for
Yes.
him.
Or
So
it could be
that's
very massive buff. It can go
The-
either way.
the most technical nerf that has ever happened. Okay, this guy is he's meta, so we're reworking him. Not just gonna tweak some numbers. He's just gone.
Thanks, Riot.
Yeah, really. But that's interesting, and I'm excited because it's nice to see in every meta, every format, to see various new champions, or old returning champions, like seeing Fiddlesticks be meta is interesting. Seeing Taric getting played a lot compared to the games where we were having it was always like Veigar and Lucian and these champions who are good to see in action, but are ones that you're expecting to see.
Yeah, man,
So
I don't know about you, but I was in support of Taric Jungle since Split 1 of LCUS.
Yeah,
Such a long
sure.
time ago.
Of course you were.
Well, now I am.
Yeah, now you are. So, yeah, folks, thanks for being patient with us here.
They're being
little
patient.
bit of yeah. Well, I hope they're being patient. I don't know.
I actually
pull the
haven't
chat up.
looked at the chat, but I could probably do
Yeah,
that.
I'll pull the chat up since I'm not the one running the stream this time, and we'll see what happens. See everyone. If you want to start cursing at me, now's the time.
Put down your pitchforks and fire. Yeah, we're just
Yes.
waiting a
There's a
little
bomb
bit.
drop in this snowball off to the left here, which will give me 18 bombs.
Sorry about that. Heard a
Yeah.
little bit of stream there.
Yeah, patience is for fools. Gotta agree with you. Gotta get lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the anger. All right. But yeah, so actually, just for fun, chat, if you're paying attention, Nickel and I have both said champions that we don't think we're going to end up seeing. Are there any that you think we aren't going to end up seeing? Of course, then feel free to prove us wrong by picking all of them in the games today. But
Also, big shout out to Arcane Soda and AZN Token Master for all the bits. That is I was part of that war to begin with. Then I found out I was out of my elements after watching only 2 ads. So
yeah, you fell a little behind there. I got to say, looking at the bit counts.
well, you weren't part of it, man. It was a bloodbath, honestly. Yes, Arcane, this is your crown to hold. You can have the crown. I understand now. I have been put in place. I am a peasant, dirty, filthy peasant. I must clean out the troughs of the horses and the users. But yeah,
All right, so we got one more box to fill here, and then we'll be ready to go. Shout out for No Tryndamere from Gotta Get Lucky. I can get behind that.
no Tryndamere. Yeah, that's actually. Well, I haven't seen Tryndamere in forever. Whenever I pick him in solo queue, I get scoffed at.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not Shaco. Just to throw some names out there.
Shaco jungle. We will never see Ivern. Actually, that's not. That's a damn lie. We saw.
Yeah,
Ivern.
we've seen Ivern like twice in the
Yep.
LCUS already.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Blarney. No Callista from Four Loco. More than likely, considering ADCs aren't that fun anymore.
Oh my gosh, we have everybody in the game.
We do have everyone in the game. right. With Mr. Tinman subbing in for CB Hickey. So that is our sub announcement here. So congratulations. No Riven. I don't know about that. Blarney.
No Riven
Over
is
two.
like saying there's no cockroaches in the basement. They always come
Oh,
back.
over 2, Blarney. Try again. I believe in you.
Oh boy. Well,
I mean,
everybody's here.
think of something here. Like, I mean, hell, just say like no Zed or no Talon or something. When's the last time I've seen a Zed?
When's the last
I don't
time I've
even
seen
know.
a Talon where I haven't played mid Talon just for giggles? Actually,
Yeah, I
it
don't
actually,
think.
actually worked out pretty well for me the last time I played Talon.
I actually don't think I've. I mean, I don't necessarily play League as much as some of the rest of you, but I actually don't think I've played against a Talon since his rework, however long ago that was.
Ooh, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
His rework is actually pretty dang fun when it
I
works.
mean, I've seen. I mean, I've seen him. I've watched games with him in it, but I don't think I have personally gone against a Talon since his rework.
Yeah. He kind of fell off the face of the earth after his rework. There were a couple of games with the hype and then just fell off. And then you'll see a couple of trolly people play him, or if there's an opportunity for a AD mid, sometimes they'll pull that out.
Well,
But
well, for Loco, you may play Talon in solo queue, but not against me, so it doesn't count.
see, there we go. He has his uses.
Oh, I'm not saying he doesn't have a use. I'm just saying I haven't seen him
Yeah.
in however long it's been since his rework.
Still pissed that there's no Assassin's Creed skin for him.
Yeah, he's got enough that looks similar to it.
Essentially, yeah.
For sure. All right, so getting a little last second setup here from Cowbell getting coordinated with their sub. Really moving in there. Yeah, there's a singed call out.
Singed. We've seen Singed before in the LCUS.
Indeed, he's just saying. Great Big Bone is saying singed round 2 next week.
Singed round 2. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not just bring everybody? Everyone can show up, have a good time. Where's my? Let's get a Zir back in the LCUS. Come on.
No, what Riot really needs to do is make a battle royale League of Legends.
Oh God.
Where-
Look, okay, I've got a box here. I'm gonna stay on it for a minute. Not every game needs a battle royale, guys. For God's sakes, I've been going through my Steam exploring queue for the summer sales that are going on
Everything
right
has
now.
a battle royale.
Literally every other game is trying to be PUBG or Fortnite in some respect, and it's like I understand that that's what the popular thing is now, but that's what those games are for. Not every game's a MOBA. Back when League of Legends and Dota were slaughtering everyone, not every game needed to become a MOBA.
But every game damn well tried. Who
Right,
remembers
well,
the Lord of the Rings MOBA?
Well, that's the thing. Every genre tried, sure, or every not genre, every franchise tried.
Yep.
But it's not like you weren't seeing Call of Duty forcing a MOBA into its platform, right?
Correct.
There would have been like Call of Duty the MOBA or something like that instead. But now you've got Call of Duty going, oh, we're gonna battle royale, and Battlefield going, we're gonna battle royale. Yeah, every game needs to be an RTS. I agree, Arcane Soda. But again, people aren't doing that. But for some reason, because it's so easy to freaking do, to just bullshit your way through a PUBG clone. Shout out to Fortnite for bullshitting its way through a PUBG clone. I don't know. All right, rant's over.
Okay, I'll take the soapbox away for now. Oh my gosh, we're actually starting.
All right, thank you to everyone in the chat room for joining us on that incredible journey. And now we are into the pick band phase, and we will continue as regularly scheduled.
Yep. We're wiser now. Maybe a little bit relaxed.
Well,
now we can
sounds
actually.
just mad.
Was Zach banned right out of the gate? Huh. Actually, we haven't seen Zach in quite a bit. If I
Well,
remember.
today.
Well, today, yeah. But
Yeah, good idea though, getting that out. I mean, Zach is very good in the jungle. Probably always will be.
hmm That's really something that's interesting too. It's like, what do you ban? Do you go for the previous meta, like what you know, or do you try to go for the crazy out of the box bans that you're thinking? I can't get my words out. Trying to get like the really weird champions, like Tark Jungle, for instance.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that, like we were saying, that is part of the problem with the ban phase here. But I think what some of the players have been doing is something that is a good idea, where you ban just people who are good just consistently.
I'm absolutely
Correct.
So you take out the Zac, you take out the Anivia, you take out Renekton because washed up top laner likes him. You go for targeted bans, you go for strong core characters, and then hopefully you hit an Achilles heel somewhere and manage to get an advantage. Because at the moment, what else can you do?
Yeah. It's pretty much just do the best that you can, the banning phase. And if anybody is curious, because of the Cowbell coming in with a temp, they lost their first ban. So, if anybody was curious, I'm sure everybody knows by now, but just in case if anybody comes later.
Alright, so Darius and Camille first picks. There's that, very decent early good core. We are seeing probably Lucian get picked here.
So my prediction is Lucian top lane, Camille ADC.
Oh, come on. Camille mid lane. The literal worst place for her to be. Because there's no walls.
Yeah. Yeah, accurate.
We'll see. Wondering what the jungle pick will be here. Spicy Hot Meme is in his element in a weird environment. And Pantheon is very good just early game in general, no matter what the other team's lineup is. So not surprising to see him.
I don't want to say too much, but yeah, okay, I can be a little bit safe now that they picked their ADC. If that is their ADC, it could be a Jhin mid lane for all we know. But Pantheon is a pretty solid pick for the jungle. I feel like that Cowbell is going to have more of an opportunity to counterpick it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But Meme seems to know a lot about like counter jungling and things like that, so I imagine he'll be fine.
Indeed.
I would like to point out to everyone that it seems like my good friend Nickel here is just permanently mentally scarred by this meta right now. Because like every time you've tried to make a prediction, you've had to put like 4 qualifiers on it. Like, well, if this Lucian isn't a support, this will happen.
Correct. Well, that's the thing. You have to keep an open mind with everything with this meta. So you have to, like, the previous times when we've talked and I've bullshitted my way through saying, like, oh my god, it's Tark jungle, blah, blah, blah. Like, now it's actually a thing. So, it might sound like bullshit, but it's a possibility.
Well, that's just proves the LCUS is ahead of the times, where we had Tarek jungle before it was cool.
Indeed. Trendsetters.
Yeah, now everyone's doing it.
You too will be judged.
We are seeing a little more, I'm going to say, normal bans come out of this second round, now that we know there are going to be ADCs in the game, assuming they're both going to be bot lane.
And a little bit more, as for right now, for the 3 champs selected, this is more of a regular
broken sandwich.
regular teams for both Northern Storm and Cowbell, unless they throw a very hard curveball with mid lane and support.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Arcane Soda is wondering if this Rammus is going to be mid.
I don't think so, if that Ziggs has anything to say about it.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Hammerdinger.
Ooh, Lysandra would be interesting. Don't really see her too much.
Twisted Fate.
Also don't see him that much.
Come on, Jaya.
So I'm into whatever picks Exia wants to go with here.
I want to see the magical card throwing cow. God.
Now, inside it's just cancer. Alright, that's fine.
Sigh. No balls.
No fun allowed. Alright, I like to see like a tank of some variety. Thresh is fine. Nautilus maybe, something like that. Alright. Alright, so perfectly normal, I'm assuming, team coming here from Northern Storm this game 1. Let's see if Cowbell does anything crazy. Alistar is available. Could get their mascot. Could I'd say a second tank would be cool. Oh, they're going with So a splash of the old and splash of the new.
There's the curveball. I was waiting for it.
All right, support fiddlesticks. I hope.
That's what it looks like. Not terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even in the old meta, he could do some quirky things with support fiddlesticks. So I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah, for sure. But I do have to
All right.
say, we have pretty standard teams.
Yeah,
Coming
I was
into
going to
the game.
say, compared to the magic of the meta currently, this just looks boring. I mean, God, Malzahar mid, yawn.
Right. Thresh support. Basic. I think I need to go to Starbucks and get a caramel macchiato and dye my hair blonde. How basic we are here.
Ace is horrified that both Lucian and Camille are on the same team.
Horrified?
Yes.
Horrified.
I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of. I'm really going to be really interested to see how well Pantheon and Darius do early game, because they can both just really just take the ball and run away with it and hide it in a corner somewhere, and the other team won't be able to find it anymore.
They need the opportunity to do so, though.
Right.
That's the thing. We need to have Pantheon and Darius pretty much on point with top lane, and Camille is going to be a hard target to catch if they're going to be targeting top lane. If they do start roaming, though, I feel like that mid lane or bot lane, for that matter, are going to have a tough time, especially if Darius decides to do a cheeky teleport down to bot lane.
Hmm.
Maybe get a twofer on the Fiddlesticks and Lucian. I do.
Yeah.
I do want to say that I feel like I might have to go with the standard bot lane a little bit more. The more standard bot lane, I guess. The Jhin and the Thresh. I feel like that there are some opportunities for Fiddlesticks and Lucian, but I don't know. It also depends on how good Poison is with the hook.
Yeah, and it's also going to depend where the junglers go,
Correct.
because if Meme starts ganking bot lane, I mean, there's wherever Meme goes, I think whoever he targets is going to die.
Mhm.
I think that's just where it is. If his stun lands, because we've got Darius with his pulls, Malzahar with his ult, Jhin has snare potential, Thresh has his hook. So Pantheon lands a stun, that's a dead person. I would say. But then Rammus also has a lot of potential to do that if Rammus lands a taunt, because you got Fiddlesticks' fear, Ziggs' knockups, and Camille's just insane damage output.
Mhm.
So the junglers control this game, at least early on, I would say. And so I'd like to see some good warding, like to see people playing it safe. We're not going to see either of those things, but that's what I'd like to see.
This is LCUS. You think people play safe here?
Right. Well, I don't know. We could talk about all those invades that happened in the last games, but
Exactly. The bloodbath. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like that we're going to see some cheeky invades from these teams, especially with Northern Storm. Well, depending. But I feel like that they do have an opportunity for a cheeky invade if they have the balls to do so.
Yeah. All right. So as we're going into this game, just a quick reminder for what's on the line for these teams. If Cowbell manages to win both games, they will be tied for second place. And if Northern Storm wins both their games, they will, at least at the moment, be tied for third. So a lot of placement in the playoff opportunities on the line for both of these teams. We'll see which one of them is able to make something happen.
So for all the marbles today, boys. All the marbles. And we're going into the game. Let's take a look at the skins.
I haven't been too excited by the skins so far today, so I hope some team blows me away.
Not really, did I know. Although I think I should shoot a reminder from the chat in the last game that Star Guardian Lux is a thing.
Ah, yeah, that's right, because Sig said that Lux did not exist as a Star Guardian.
Yeah. Too bad
There's
he's
some
not here to fess up.
Some uncommon skins. I haven't seen Lorne Darius in a game in a long time.
Ooh.
Also, not a lot of skins coming out of Cowbell.
Yeah.
So I think this has to go to
Northern Storm.
yeah,
I have to
Northern Storm
agree.
by default.
I do like High Noon Jin and Battle Boss Malzahar and Lord Darius.
Full Metal Pantheon has one of the best splashes in the game too.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually never
That be-
seen that skin, so
Well, your eyes are gonna hurt when you see it in game. But the splash art's cool. It's probably one of the skins that has the most shocking disparity between its splash art and in-game.
I can
Just
only
that
dream
terrible.
right now of the nightmares that await me.
I mean, shout out to Program Camille, of course. Good stuff. Disappointed at the lack of Fiddlestick skins. He's got some good skins, like Fiddle Me Timbers.
Fiddle me timbers. Heartseeker Lucian just seems so basic to me.
He is, but you know, it's just because Project Lucian is so good.
Accurate. Very true. Alright.
Yep. Just everyone is. Oh, nope. Mr. Pig is holding us back.
Pig.
His computer is actually made out of fiddles and sticks. It's just a bunch of violins held together with masking tape.
Well, if it's powered by the dark magic that keeps a scarecrow living, I mean, I would think that would be good. No?
No, apparently not. It's still running.
Really not.
I would like to think dark magic would power up a computer a little bit faster.
Yeah, you would think. Get the feathers out of there. The crows must be living in there.
Alright, but we're in the game now, and that's all that matters.
Indeed. Alright. If people would load in, that would be great. Here they come.
We have Arcane Soda coming to Sig's defense, saying that Star Guardian Lux might be a thing, but it's not a good skin, so it may as well not be a thing.
I guess.
Not sure I agree with that.
I
But,
happen to like that
I mean,
skin, though.
Elementalist Lux is better, of course, but you know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what happens.
True, true, true. I do have to say, the Pantheon skin is kind of basic. Not gonna lie. Just looks like a knight rather than a Spartan warrior or whatever he's supposed to be.
I think they adjusted the appearance a little bit, but it's still, like, his helmet just looks so weird. He's got a Stegosaurus on his head.
No, it's a mohawk. So whenever he
opposed-
takes his helmet off, his mohawk is perfectly formed.
Well, that's good. Glad we've established that lore for Pantheon.
Yeah. You're welcome, Riot. I expect a
Alright.
check in the mail. And no cheeky
So much-
invade. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I was gonna say much safer opening from both teams here compared to last game. I have to see if they decide to do anything sneaky afterwards. Maybe I don't think Meme would end up trying to invade here. Rammus can be pretty difficult level 1, I would think.
Yeah, he
But-
could be. But it doesn't look like that they're going to show anything for it, so it's more of basics. Just for spicy hot meat, take this red bump. Alright.
Yeah, interesting to see how this mid lane is going to go. Ziggs does like to poke, but of course, Mal's has got that spell shield that'll help him out quite a lot.
And if not careful, Mal's can just throw it right back at him, so... I'm actually surprised that Wash Up top laner is having difficulty right now. I would have thought that Darius would have a little bit of a leg up on Camille. Camille.
Probably. Oh,
Nope, never
all
mind.
right. Good flash to get out of there. Don't want to get that stun.
Actually, shaken.
I would imagine that Darius does get the advantage once he hits like level 2 or 3. But level 1, you know, it really just depends on what spell you go with first.
Right.
I do really like that Lord Darius in-game, though. That looks pretty good. Alright, so bot lane, meanwhile, somewhat equivalent. Ooh, shaking a little bit of trouble here. This could
Yeah.
be first blood.
It's gonna be first blood indeed.
Alright.
Pantheon. Done for that.
Yeah, little bit of over-aggression there, and he pays for it.
Yeah. I mean, he was going for what he thought was right, trying to get a little bit of a blue steal there. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, and Pantheon and Darius were right on top of it.
Yeah, I really don't think that when you're up against a spicy hot meme, you can really do any shenanigans in the jungle. He always seems on top of that.
And also,
And here comes a gank, it looks like.
yeah, this is going to be a dangerous part for them too. Is now that they have, if they get a Pantheon to bed, that's going to be bad time.
Good job getting out of there by Shane, though. I don't think any other champion could have gotten out of there.
And didn't have to waste his flash for it too.
The joy of those grappling hook legs. Oh, going in a little bit there on washed up top laner. Yeah, that extra shield is really helping out Shaden quite a bit. Oh, but there's that bleed damage. Here comes a gank in the bot lane as well. Everything is everywhere. Flash from Poison Ivy to get out. Good fear by Pig keeping him in lane. And Shaden manages to get out as well. But, I mean, as much as Washington top laner has been taking a lot of damage from Shaden, he is up on CS 15, so that's pretty significant early on. Ooh, good hook there by Poison Ivy.
Nicely done. Probably
Yeah, does have to flash there. Taking advantage of that rotation. Always got to look out when you're in ADC trying to head into the river there because you may grab from behind.
Correct. That was textbook right there.
Alright, so we'll just have to see how Cowbell decides to respond to this. Not that they necessarily need to worry too much right now, but at the same time, they got to start making their presence felt a little bit more.
Right. They're kind of putting themselves in a kind of a dark spot right now. They're not able to get really much aggression out. I mean, bot lane we have a Lucian pretty damn low. And just getting lower, this might be... Ooh. Great miss of the hook.
Yeah,
Lucian is
good
too
job
fast.
getting away from that hook possibility there by Brandana.
But yeah, now Lucian's playing a little bit more safe. He's definitely going to go back after that. But yeah, just not really getting any opportunities to do any damage. Although going back and getting some items will definitely help him for
Ooh,
that.
three-man gank coming here. Spell immunity does help, but there's the taunt. Here comes Shaden coming in. Does get a little bit of stun with that knock there. Spicy Hot Meme comes to help. Bit of a miscommunication. Blows flash to get away.
Now that would have been a very bad situation to be in, but luckily was able to get out.
Yeah, joys of that flash button.
Won't be able to do that again for 60
6
seconds?
minutes. 6 minutes.
6 minutes? Whatever.
I believe something like 5 minutes. Whatever. A large number of seconds.
Yes.
And Jin has to go back as well. I believe that's one of his first backs. Going for more of the damage while Lucian's trying to get some sustain out. Definitely needs that sustain considering Fiddlesticks is not going to be helping protect you anytime soon.
Right. Just this damage output from the mid lane, they're pretty even. I was actually thinking that Malzahn might have had a little bit of a leg up on Ziggs.
Nah, Ziggs has insane amount of damage output. Meanwhile, Mal's is mostly a walking ultimate, then his cheeky cancer.
Now he's the Mega Boss.
We'll have to see. Both junglers are hanging out in the mid lane here on opposite sides. Looks like Pantheon's thinking of going in. Let's see if Meme can get on him. Tin Man's very low. Meme walks right into it, manages to avoid, is taunted, but manages to get the spell off anyway. Ooh, but you're missing your flash now, Meme. Alright, so very low, but not quite able to finish it off. Shading comes down a little bit just for safety's sake. Very low Jin. I can see I might need to look out.
Honestly, not too bad of a spot for the bot for Northern Storm. If they could get a hook, I feel like that would be a dead Jin or a dead Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, I mean, neither side is in a really terrible position. I
Shaken.
feel like...
Shaken, careful. Careful.
Yeah, Shaken's in a lot of trouble here. He's got to get out. Very slow, too. Jesus.
Ooh.
Popped his ghost to try to get out of there and gets eaten anyway.
Sorry to cut you off there, but I saw that happen
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah. That was like pain in slow motion. That was not good.
Right.
Yeah, really bad for Shaken. 0 for 2. Tin Man getting some poke on him as well. Good job by Baconlicious making that happen.
Indeed.
Top lane continues to be a bit of a stalemate. Both sides whacking each other. Shaden decides he doesn't want too much of it and bounces out. Or pulls out, I should say, rather.
Giggity.
Let's see if... here comes the Rammus. Once again, Shaken's trying to make something happen, but doesn't quite have the rolling speed possible. Good fear there by Mr. Pig, but no one's able to follow up. Shaken's now in a little bit of trouble. Eggsy is trying to go in. Hook fortunately misses. Oh. Wow.
Coming in.
That's really unfortunate for Shaken now. Just so far behind as everyone collapses on him. Wonder if there was any shout out there from Tin Man. See what happens. Oh, here comes the Pantheon ult. Oh, that's gotta be a dead Ziggs.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Blown
he's
flash.
Ooh,
Hate to see it.
Far up. Animal cruelty is never a good thing.
Alright, so we are definitely in Fed Pantheon territory now. 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0 at 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Cowbell here. I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen too much of Pantheon Darius Dream Team up top.
I think that Darius has been doing well enough on his own against Camille. But they didn't really feel like there was a need to do it. Pantheon's just been finding a lot of ways to get pressure in the mid lane. The mid lane that both junglers seem to have decided is a good target.
And it's been working out for them pretty dang well. Even the bot lane in some instances.
Yeah, but I mean the bot lane they mostly just ended up fishing and finding a Rammus instead.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Shaken is not happy about. Very far behind now. Hopefully he's able to get something going. Looks as though he's only halfway to 6.
Shaden's doing pretty well of being defensive, although it's got to be annoying that he can't do any more damage output.
Yeah, plus how far behind he is in CS. Looks like we have some altercation going on near the dragon, at least some dramatic posturing. But top lane is where the directed camera is suggesting is more exciting right now. And there goes Shaden, so let's see. Might be able to shut him down.
It's a hard gamble right now. Darius does have damage output that he could do a lot of damage in a short amount of time to Camille.
I think this is part of the effect of seeing a fed jungler, is that the lanes still seem relatively equal.
Right.
As long as the Pantheon isn't, or whoever the jungler that's fed isn't present, compared to other fed lanes. Ooh, good pull there. More to keep the Camille present as opposed to setting up the ult. And here comes a speedy Rammus to help. Alright, so not a great gank, but Spicy at Meme is still there. Shaken and sticking around as well. Alright, looks like Meme is going back now. Meanwhile, they're in the bot lane. CS relatively even compared to the top and mid lanes, where Northern Storm has a clear advantage. Have to see. Once again, the Earth Drake, not really anybody's focus early on. Oh, there's a Fiddle Hook. Let's see where it comes from it. A lot of damage going off on the Fiddle. Oh!
That
Big...
might be a dead Shia.
Yep. Big life drain into ultimate there. Good job by Pig.
Yeah. That almost looked like it was going to be a good kill on Master Pig, but nope. Was able to flash out of it, get a good fear.
I'm actually surprised Pantheon didn't try to go in there. Obviously the fear is an issue, but he could have probably burst Fiddlesticks down, I would think. But here comes Shaken getting taken out.
Yep.
Ooh, Bacon gets a kill of his own.
Doesn't matter. He
And
saw
now
an
they're-
opportunity in the mid lane and was willing to take it.
Yep. They thought briefly about diving Ziggs, but Ziggs falls back. Washed Up fighting Shaden under turret. Doesn't quite manage to land that pull, though. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, the problem with Darius, or, you know, the good thing about Darius, depending on if you're a Darius player or not, is just that his damage just seems to come from nowhere. Like, you're winning the fight against him, and suddenly 2/3 of your health are missing, he's bringing his axe down your head.
Yep.
So, any advantage Shaden might have, I believe he knows that it's not as much as he thinks he actually has.
Correct. That's kind of the hard part of having a squishy character like Camille, is you really have to rely on her damage output, because she can burst for the best of it. But if you have somebody like Darius against you, he can just throw her right back at you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Tin Man's still falling behind, about 30 CS down now, which is also about the difference in the top lane, ironically enough. Yeah, a lot of posturing by the Drake, but Spicy Hot Meme's going for this kill on Tin Man. Gonna get it. Oh, Bacon gets it instead. Meanwhile, Pig's going for the big ult there, uses it to secure Poison Ivy. Trying to secure some more, maybe a little over aggressive there. Here comes Spicy Hot Meme to try to clean up. Jumping in on the Lucian, who does flash for it. Big plays here coming out of Cowbell, actually. They may get a cleanup here. Washed Up top laner does get the turret, but I guess at what cost? Alright. So great job there by Cowbell. That fight's not going to be going their way at all. But a little over-aggression from Northern Storm, and that's just 3 kills. 4 kills, I think.
Got that right.
Alright. Should be able to get this dragon as well. So a lot of kills, 1 dragon. Doesn't even bother smiting it.
When you got everybody down like that, you can save your smite for something more useful.
Alright, so Washed Up top laner. Only one to come out of that Carnage unscathed. Does get early turret gold, which helps his team out quite a bit. And 3k gold lead. Still in favor of Northern Storm, despite the chaos we just saw there at Dragon.
Where is the gold on everybody? Crap, we should miss a lot.
Yeah, lot of gold there on Washed Up top laner. Brandana also with a good amount in his pocket, especially compared to the rest of his team. Like 2k gold more than anybody else for Brandana. Spicy Hot Meme coming bot. Looks like they're going to try to force on this turret. Everyone is collapsing on the bot turret here. Washed Up top laner. Oh, that's a huge Jhin ult. He's got everyone in his sights there. That's the end of Lucian. Going for more. That's the end of Fiddlesticks.
Well done.
Absolutely incredible collapse. Great angle on that Jhin ult. Everything went Northern Storm's way there.
Everything went according to plan. Well done on them. Very well done.
I'm sure Exia wishes he was allowed to get some of those kills, but you know, this is the Darius and Pantheon show. Jin's just lucky to be working on art direction.
Easy. Easy 2 towers, and now go back with some gold in your pockets.
Yeah, easy 2 towers and 3 kills, and no one lost. Just a great story to tell the kids.
Beautiful.
Next dragon will be an Infernal Drake. So something for both teams to keep an eye on. And here comes more aggression. Looks like Tin Man will get out though. Shaken is willing to go in for this though. They should get the Pantheon pretty easily. And they do. Block almost saved him. Thresh gonna go down as well. It's a very exciting back and forth game we've got here.
Yeah, for sure. I was just actually about to say that more Cowbell had a chance after that initial massacre that they had. Now they're just pretty much making sure that they are not down and out from the count. They are definitely part of this game still.
Yeah, absolutely, and a good thing they're doing that too. They don't want to get any further behind than they already are. But you know, a couple of good pickups there. That they need to take advantage of the fact, and this happens to Pantheon players a lot, being someone who has played as Pantheon for a number of games, that when a Pantheon gets as far ahead, well, we'll wait to see if they clean up here or not. Nope, Northern Storm managing to do some good work here. Tin Man really out of position though, so that's going to be a dead Tin Man. Alright, so maybe a little overconfidence now coming out of Cowbell, but I was going to say mean things about Pantheon for a minute. Pantheon players, when they get too far ahead, sometimes don't realize how far their drop-off is. And I think that might be Spicy Hot Meme's issue as this game goes on, assuming it lasts for longer than another 7 minutes. Because, you know, he's so fed, he's so powerful, but then suddenly he tries to go in 2v1 and just gets blown up.
Right.
Not like a Yasuo can 2v1, but a Pantheon as the game goes on really can't. So that is something that Cowbell can try to use to their advantage, but fights like we just saw in that jungle where everyone was getting caught out individually and just blown up is not what you want at this point in the game, obviously.
Right. And even so, if the game does go further in, I still feel like that Northern Storm has incredible team fight potential.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have a lot. I mean, just like we were talking about with the CC before, I mean, their CC is just so punishing. And I mean, there's some good CC coming out of Cowbell too, but just not as dangerous as Thresh's hook or Malzahar's ultimate.
Watch out top laner, you might wanna ease off a little bit there, guy. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, meanwhile, Shaken is probably having the worst game of his LCUS career.
The worst game of his LCUS career so far.
Yes, always room for improvement the wrong way.
Yes.
Who knows? Split 5, all sorts of terrible things could happen. 11-0 at 10 minutes.
Right. Shaken will be Pantheon that time.
Alright, we'll see what they're able to do here. Baron obviously is up because we passed the 20-minute mark. Dragon will be up in 30 seconds. There are no wards on it for Northern Storm. I do not believe. I'll manually check that. Nope. Alright, only ward is that control ward that you can see on the map, which Wash of top laner may be going to clear out now. Looks like there are calls from both sides to, if not keep an eye on it, possibly go for it. Brandan and Mr. Pig stopped their teleports, which is not very significant because neither of them has a lot of money. So them sticking around is probably for the best. Shaken is really out of position though, so he is going to have to move his little hedgehog butt down to that dragon if they're going to try to contest this. Meme being very aggressive.
I think they're just going to run with their tail between their legs.
That's really unfortunate to see. No one really seemed to want to try to contest that. That definitely shows where the momentum of this game is. Obviously, there's an AK gold lead as well. But you know, when your team is too scared to even try to posture for dragon, that says a lot.
Right. I understand that you have to pick your battles whenever you're playing this game, but I feel like that even an attempt would have been able to show something. You know.
Right. I mean, at the very least, have Ziggs poke him a little bit, because Ziggs can do that from a safe distance. Make them have to respect your presence, if nothing else. Maybe they screw up, and maybe 2 of them try to keep on the dragon while 3 try to engage on you, and you get something from that.
Yep.
Oh, here comes another bad day for Shaken, but he does have Shaden here to help him out. There's a taunt. Flash is not available for Washed Up, and here comes Spicy Out Meme to help him out. Big Lucian shots here. Where is the assistance? They're trying to get around to him. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to, and that's 2. Tin Man almost goes down, but manages to survive his engagement with Jin. Oh, big suppression there. Ooh, big damage. Oh, juked when he should have jagged there.
They are gonna take some revenge for that. Here's their pudding and eat it too.
Yeah, just don't even try to go back. Just leave forever. There you go. Well, I had been thinking maybe they could try it for Baron, but not after that.
No, no, no. Really, this is really turning into a give and take game. Like, Cowbell thinks that they have something by taking out Darius, and then all of a sudden everybody from Northern Storm comes in and makes them pay for it. I think that says pretty much the story of what this game's been.
Yeah, everyone. It's a back and forth, but every time they go forth, Storm seems to get a little further ahead.
Yep.
So we'll have to see where the next stage of this goes. I mean, if you're Cowbell, I think you need to keep doing what you're doing, but get out sooner.
Right.
It's the sticking around, it's the feeling like they're safe when they end up getting collapsed on. Because the problem is, at this point in the game, unless basically all the big threats that are on Northern Storm's team, Darius, Pantheon, and Malzahar, unless they're all dead, that you're not safe.
Correct.
Because, I mean, obviously even Jhin now, Jhin will eventually become as big of a threat, but, you know, with only 2 kills on him. And, you know, I mean, he does have as much gold as Pantheon and only 900 under Darius. So he's probably as big a threat as Darius of Pantheon, especially now that Pantheon is starting to fall off. Like you can hear Pantheon's kill potential slowly dropping through the floor. If you just listen closely enough here. But I mean, obviously he is also still a threat against Brandana and Mr. Pig, especially. Oop, hook misses. Nice try by Poison Ivy there to get a pick off. Alright, Ping's up against the Malzahar. It doesn't look like too many people are rotating up to deal with it. Malzahar is wisely retreating as well. And I mean, Shaken may be 0-8, but he does also have 8 assists, so he's been involved in a lot of the fights.
Alright.
It's not all just getting picked off with nothing to show for it.
Can't keep the hedge off all down there.
Oh, Shaden tries to get a little excited. Shaken changes his mind on engaging.
As he should. We do have a lot of people here. Darius and Malzahar are trying to split push here. Definitely going to keep them honest here.
A lot of split pushing going on here. Maybe they're able to get the Darius. Nope. They just decided to scare him off. And now there's action on the Baron pit. And they're trying to go for it. Alright, Spicy Hot Meme doing some of that damage there. Poison Ivy uses his hook to get in on it. Baron is almost at half health right now. With no wards on this, though, I'm not sure they realize it's going on. I'm gonna give Cowbell some credit here, and I'm going to assume they just don't know this is happening. They just realized it now, too late, and now they may end up getting picked off. Here comes a crazy Jhin ult. Only lands a couple of hits.
Yeah, still doing some pretty good damage to Pig there.
Yeah, I have to imagine they just didn't know about that. You don't just give up Baron.
Right. I think it was just a lack of vision on their part, and they thought they were playing defensively, but honestly, this late in the game, you gotta have the Baron there.
Yeah. The vision is always something to keep an eye out for at all stages of the game. Whenever, you know, that's always a big thing to learn and improve on. I mean, look at the vision right now. There is very little out there for Cowbell, whereas the ward is the map is basically blanketed by Northern Storm's vision.
Yep.
Which is rather impressive. Shout out to them for getting that done. Alright, next dragon is up. It's another Earth Drake. So many Earth Drakes today. And
That defense.
Northern Storm is very quickly gobbling it up. Shaden trying to take out washed up top laner. Shaken may help with that. They could actually get him here if they could actually coordinate. Shaden, stop running away. Trying to get some legs there. Flash blown. Ooh. Washed up is gonna two for here, I think.
Oh boy.
That bomb came too little too late there, Ziggs. Alright, go for the panda. You can do it, top laner. Nope. No. Yeah, just Darius things.
Darius is cheeky, but not that cheeky.
Alright, Poison Ivy and Meme pushing mid. Tin Man gets caught there with a stun. Good job by Brandana helping out. A lot of damage output from that turret. They could get two here. They'll settle for one. Bot lane gets taken out though. Here's that split pushing we were talking about. Here comes the fiddle. Good fear there. Oh, that's a fast Rammus.
Holy crap.
Power a ghost. Will he be able to get Exia?
He might.
Alright, he does. But here goes the Pantheon ult. I've been seeing, like, it just seems like Shaken doesn't want to commit. A lot of the problems I've been seeing from Cowbell this game have been them. It seems like they get an advantage and then they kind of fall back a little bit because they get spooked by something.
Right.
And when you're not attacking, you lose your advantage. Obviously, there are plenty of good reasons, opportunities, and times where you shouldn't. You should fall back.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, if it's likely that you're going to die anyway, if you're against someone at as high as damage output as Darius or Jin, you might as well just keep fighting and hopefully trade well.
Right. And yeah, it is a scary thought. Going against this team, it really is hard to pin down where Northern Storm is. Because that's probably what was going through his head. Like, yes, I can get I can get Jin down, but where's his team? So that I feel like that's something he should have definitely committed on, because his team was coming up on his back end. But you live and learn.
Ace says that Cowbell just needs to wait for late game, but I'm not sure if with this much of a lead, late game will matter. I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on late game potential for Cowbell?
Late game potential does look promising for them, but it's getting there. That's the key. I mean, they're down. They only have one tower on the other side, right? But if they're able to get ace or just get a little bit more control over the map, which they've been like clawing their way to the top essentially.
Interesting to see Meme grabbing that Archangels. Sure, my damage may fall off, but what if there were two of me?
Yeah, I could get them down really low if there was a certain genius.
And I mean, he saved himself from dying, so you know, who's the fool now?
Yep. Anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, it's getting to that point is going to be the key here. It's not looking good for them. I feel like it is a possibility that they could, but they gotta pick their battles. They really gotta focus on the first and pick them off.
Good job by Pig picking off the Jin there. They could get washed up as well. That's a fast rep. Ooh, good job by Brandana locking that kill down.
There we go.
Should have taken the lantern there.
No, they're not taking it. They're no
Right.
star.
Right. No one else is able to take the lantern except the team take the lantern.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, Tin Man is meanwhile trying to hold bot lane, which is really pushed in with super minions here.
Poison, what are you doing?
Getting picked off, looks like it.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about when I said Cowbell needs a chance. This is it. Although the Fiddlesticks was not part of the plan when I was thinking about the plan.
Yeah, that's once again the need to get out quicker that they've been struggling with all day today. And this is just game one.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. If this keeps on going the way it is, I feel like we're going to have a very long game on our hands.
We'll see. I mean, This game, you know, when you look. Oh well, we'll wait to see what happens here. Oh, good ult there. They could get meme here. No Archangel to save him this time. They could get more too. They may not want to though. Yeah, don't go into that. Darius is here. Rip shaking. Nope. He's fine. Maybe. Yeah, just get out. Just leave. Take your money and run. Rip Sigs. Nope, he's fine too. Maybe. Oh, Brandana's there. Gets a poke. Nope. Alright.
Goodbye, Mr.
So,
Batman.
one for one there. That's fine at least. Not necessarily a trade you want when you're this far behind, but not bad. Alright, so they're going for the next dragon, which is another Infernal. So that'll hurt even more for Northern Storm there. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, you look most places on the map, and it looks as though they just need to get that opening, and Cowbell can come back. But with the amount of turrets gone on the map, that's a big issue. They've got to start finding a way to get objectives, or at the very least contest objectives, because that's another dragon they get away with scot-free.
It's got to be said though, Mark Cowbell has been doing a very good job of being on the defense. But again, like you said, they need to contest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they've been doing a good job defensively, though a lot of it has been, you know, due to, I would say, Northern Storm's overconfidence. You know, they know they're in the lead by a significant amount, though it does keep fluctuating a little bit.
Right.
But, you know, Pantheon is baiting here. The hardest he's ever baited before, which is funny because there was no ward there. So, Meme thought there was a brush there to bait, but instead was just, I think Cowbell knows this is a bait. If not that they can see it, now they see it now. And even if they didn't, you know, that's just good not falling for it anyway. Good on you, Cowbell.
Good on.
Alright, so Baconlicious is actually almost level 18. That's pretty crazy, but so's Tin Man. So both mid laners doing pretty alright.
This is going to be bad news bears for shaking. Goodbye.
Okay. Tin Man getting picked off again. Big flash there. Tin Man almost gets away. Oh, good cleanse there. Gets out. And this big man Darius gets pretty low. Not low enough. Brandana gets picked off. Almost an ace. And this could end up being game unless Shaden can hold. I don't think Shaden can hold personally, but we'll see.
He'll try his damnedest.
Ooh, good hook. Alright, so after a very back and forth game, Northern Storm finishes up the lead that they had for a very long time and wins.
Well done, Northern Storm. Playing the patience game more than anything, I believe. Because Cowbell was putting up a good defense, but I feel like that was their strength towards the end, but it was also their weakness. They were just putting themselves in a corner, and they just kept on putting themselves back and back and back, and weren't able to compensate for it. So it bit them in the ass at the end, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Well put.
Yep. Short and sweet. That's what I like. Anyways, any more comments from you, Kenos, on that game?
No, I think I'm ready to see if Cowbell can take it back in game 2.
Alright. Well, then we'll see in a couple minutes. I'm just going to turn out the stream for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.